We took the trash out, baby. The house is looking clean. We got the candles lit, a little ambiance, if you will. And actually, Alex, I think you lit the candles a little. It's hot in here now.
Yeah, it's feeling a little hot.
I'm sweating. Maybe it's also because we're doing heat map today, baby. That's right, folks. The GI community has sent in their audio
Our new segment.
So welcome to heat map. This is where our GI community can be heard on air, live, baby. And it is an opportunity for everyone to send in their audio hot takes, right? So what does that entail? Hot take is an opinion you have about a game that maybe isn't the mainstream, right? And we'll show. We have some great examples today, but be sure to send those in to us at podcast@gameinformer.com.
Spicy but tasteful, spicy but respectful.
Yeah, because here's the deal: if you try to slip in bad things or disrespectful,
it's not going up. Yeah.
It's not going up. It's not going to happen. So we want to hear from you. Like this is.
We want to have fun with it, but we want to be respectful to everyone involved.
Exactly.
So,
and I think I've seen some confusion on the podcast email. We want audio submissions. So how you do that is if you have an iPhone, go to voice memos, record something there. You know, everyone has a computer with Zoom on it these days, or on like a microphone with work from home, right? So you can record on your computer. But yeah, send us your audio hot takes because we want to put your voice on the GI show. How cool is that, right?
That is very cool.
The GI show with us. So first one. We're coming with some spice, and my good friend, the Spice Master, Bobby Buell, is here to kick things off. So
we podcasted with him. He was on the show earlier in the year.
Yeah. He also has an amazing podcast himself, 99 Questions, that y'all should look up. The man shoots his shot, gets like crazy names from the industry, and brings them on. Jeff Cork was on, Abby Russell was on.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I think Joe had a shot. So definitely check that out. But well, hold on. Let's see what Bob's got for a spicy take here today.
Game Informer show, two Alexes. It's your boy, Bob Buell, with a hot take for Heat Map. So Metal Gear Solid 5 kind of famously had a big ousting between Konami and Hideo Kojima toward the end of its development that led to a whole bunch of, let's say, missing content from that game. And a lot of the reviews at the time really point that out and say that's the weakest part about the game, the ending. Well, here's my hot take. Metal Gear Solid 5 is better for not having a distinct ending. And here's real quick why. The game is called The Phantom Pain, naming that after two of the main characters losing limbs, members of their crew, bases, allegiances. It's a game about loss. So the fact that the game has no ending, but gamers all around the world are searching for it and going, it has to be here, right? There has to be a big final boss. There has to be a big final mission, right? Right? What thematically could be a better ending to that game than no ending at all? A true Phantom Pain. Thanks, love the show. Praise be to Peepo. Bye.
Buell, baby. Coming in hot.
Listen,
we love to see it. See it.
I don't know anything about Metal Gear Solid 5, but that seems like a cop-out, Bobby Buell. You know? That seems like circumstances that, like, you know, like people are like, they'll like, oh, I don't know, like, you're on your way to work, right? And you're like, man, I really wish I could, you know, have a bagel right now. And then you get to work and there's bagels, you know, somebody brought in bagels. Then they're like, man, God exists, you know? Like, I don't know. I'm trying to think of an anecdote on the fly. I don't know.
No, that makes sense. That is
We're just gonna blow right past that one.
I'm that person.
God in a bagel, huh?
That's how I found God, was in a bagel.
I mean, same
God
though,
was smoking a cigarette
except
on
a
the
sweet version of a bagel. It's a donut.
Yeah, I don't know. I was trying to dismantle his. I'm not good at debating. Okay, I shouldn't be on this show. All right, I have nothing to say. You know.
This is my favorite moment in Game Informer.
It seems coincidental is all I'm saying. That's the point I'm trying to make.
Here's my hot take. It does have an ending, and it's Metal Gear 1, 2, and 4, and that's the completion of the Metal Gear story.
Oh, okay. So you're okay with how it's set up?
Sure. I don't know. It's Metal Gear. It's whatever.
It's, yeah.
So I just wanted to stir the pot.
No, I do like where he's coming from, though, and tying it in with the thematic nature of like Venom Snake losing. I think it's Venom Snake, punished Snake.
Bro, I'm not a Metal Gear guy.
I'm just enjoying watching the process.
Nano machines. Yeah, I like him tying in the theme of that with
Right.
the whole situation with Kojima and Konami. Yeah, I don't know if that makes that game the better because it's missing its limb, its narrative limbs. That's
That's why I brought you on for that kind of heat, my friend. Liana, are you not a Metal Gear person?
No, I like Metal Gear. I'm actually, but we all know I'm infamous for having bad opinions about literally everything. But like, I feel like the way they did it, yes, it's very obvious it's missing content. Everybody and their mother knows about the Kojima, Konami split, but I feel like they could have played that off to be intentional. Because that was very much the thought I had. In fact, when it came out, I purposely passed on the review because I was originally supposed to review it at the outlet I was working on at the time.
Mm-hmm.
And I heard everybody talking, and I was like, wow, I'm the only one that liked that it didn't really have an ending. I probably shouldn't review this because I don't feel like getting those emails in my inbox for once. And I passed. I liked it because for that reason, exactly. The philosophy intertwined in that entire game is about loss, and loss is not pretty. Loss does not tie up with a pretty, convenient little bow. Loss is messy. It is inconvenient, as was Metal Gear Solid 5.
I think I appreciate Mr. Buell's. He's a deep thinker and he's put some thought into this. So I think
Much like me.
right,
I'm a
much
deep
like
thinker
you,
as well, yes.
finding
You're not
our
looking for
Lord and
God.
Savior in
Finding God in a
in
bagel.
in a bagel. I would read that audiobook or listen to that audiobook. I don't know.
Yeah, it's my memoir
it's
actually.
definitely-
Yeah, that's the title.
I would read that. So I don't know. Should we rate these on a Scoville level? Right? Was
Yeah.
that
Let me
Ghost
look up
Pepper? Right?
Let me look at a Scoville chart real quick.
Okay.
Or are we eating Buffalo Wild Wings here? Like, I
Okay.
think. Okay, hit me.
I'm
I
looking
feel
on the
like
fly at the
natural
Scoville scale. This is from Wikipedia. So we've got at 15 million Scovilles. That's pure capsaicin. Okay. Then we've got at 0. That's bell pepper. We can do jalapeno. That's 2,500 Scovilles, or we can go up to chocolate habanero. That's 425,000. So there's a range. So between 0 and 15 million. How about
Good,
this?
only that?
0 and 2 million. 2 million is pepper spray.
Okay.
Or should we just do edible? Carolina Reaper's 1.4 million. Let's do that.
Let's keep it edible.
So between bell pepper and Carolina Reaper, where does this spicy take land?
I'm gonna
I
say,
think-
go for it, John.
Oh, I was gonna say, I think it just lands in like the spicy territory.
Okay.
It's a spicy take. I don't think it's like off the charts hot. It's
So
not
maybe
gonna-
like
it's gonna burn off my
cayenne or
tongue.
Tabasco.
It's a banana pepper.
It's like a
Um,
sriracha.
It's a little
Well,
spicy, but nothing you can't handle.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm looking. The Scoville
It's-
chart doesn't have
it is-
that. How about
it is
a Thai pepper?
Flavorful. It is
A Thai chili
flavorful
pepper.
and spicy.
It's safe for white people, yeah.
So we're gonna do a Thai chili pepper on the Scoville scale. That is 50,000 Scoville.
Okay.
units.
Okay. All right, Bob. You're starting it off, baby. All right. We got it.
All right.
We promise we'll have a more unified rating scale. I literally just came up with that on the fly. So there we go. The first of many. So next one, we are going to talk about gaming subscription services. And this one comes from Kyle Silva. So let's take a listen.
Hot take, guys. Apple Arcade is the best subscription service. Sorry PS Now, sorry Xbox Game Pass, but Apple Arcade has you guys beat. Games come out on a weekly basis, all sorts of games, new Castlevania games coming out, highly addictive mobile games are on there. We're talking like the real good ones with no microtransactions. They just feel really good to play, almost like playing on a new portable system. You got highly addictive games on your phone like Grindstone and my favorite, Card of Darkness. As well as indie games you would regularly find on your consoles, like Sayonara Wild Hearts, The Pathless, and LEGO Builder's Journey. Almost all of the games are compatible with DualShock, DualSense, and Xbox controllers, and it's got a ton of value for only $5 a month. Right now it has almost 200 games, and it's a growing library. I would highly recommend everyone to check out the Apple Arcade library if they have an Apple device. Thank you so much, Alex and Alex. Have a good one.
A good one as well, Kyle. Okay, so Apple Arcade, right? We always talk about Game Pass, right? We always talk about what PlayStation's got or lack thereof. But Apple Arcade does have a swanky little deal that I know I forget about. I don't know. I wish Miller could have been on for this because I know he's a huge Apple Arcade fan. But Kyle's bringing some heat here. There's a lot of good games on it, like Grindstone, like he talked about. Oh, I played it on Switch, but I love Grindstone, and that was included on in that service. So
I've played a lot of Apple Arcade games. There's some good stuff on there. Many Motorways.
Is it Fantasian in there?
I haven't played that, but that is on there.
There's a
People
whole
like that.
Mistwalker RPG. Like,
yeah, people seem to enjoy it.
Final Fantasy has a 2-part game on there.
My problem with this hot take is if Kyle would have just said Apple Arcade is the most underrated subscription service in gaming, then maybe I would agree with him. But Kyle said Apple Arcade is the best subscription service in gaming, and that is simply not true, my friend. Xbox Game Pass gives you so much value for I don't even know how much a month, but it's worth it, you know.
$9.99.
$9.99, see? And you can play freaking Destiny 2 on there. You can play Outer Wilds. You can play all of the first-party Xbox games that come to Game Pass. You telling me I'm not gonna pit games against each other. But you telling me this iOS, this thing right here?
You're telling me
this freaking iPhone is better than my Xbox? Forget about it.
Josie in here.
Josie, listen. Yeah,
you don't know nothing.
Pizza
You don't
pie.
know nothing. Yeah, gabagool.
Your wording your wording is the sword that you will die by, Kyle.
Oh.
And
can we rate his response as a spiciness? Because I feel like that's a ghost pepper.
Yeah, Alex is coming with the heat today. Liana, how about you?
Yeah, I gotta agree with AVA on this one though. The wording, because immediately that turned me off because I was like, man, Game Pass, that's a really, especially as a fan of the older Bethesda games, it's hard from a financially accessible place and what they do with that and the fact that Xbox does so well with other accessibility too, and then a lot of those games are programmed to work with the adaptive controller. There's so much that it's doing, and it has done so much to bring Xbox back as a worthy competitor in the gaming space. And I don't like to see people lose. I love to see people win. I love seeing gamers win. And they do a really good job of showcasing indies too. So I'm really having a hard time thinking that Apple is better than that, especially with it being platform specific with Apple users and how expensive those devices are. But I will say the Apple Arcade is very underrated. It is a very good subscription service that I enjoy a lot. So it's worth checking out. I just don't think it's better.
John, how about you?
Yeah, I kind of disagree with how you guys are handling this hot take. It's hot because he says that it's the best. It's not hot because he's thinking it's underrated. So I'd say for hot takes, go bold.
Throw it out there.
It's not
I'm saying this is a good hot take. I just think it's wrong.
I am 100% with you. I think Apple Arcade, if it was to be the best service, I would have used it more than 3 times in the last year and a half that it's been available, or 2 years. How long has it been available?
Sheesh.
Something like that. That's hot in itself. That's a good,
yeah. It's I'll check it out when something like a Fantasian comes out, or Grindstone was one of the first things that hit that. But a lot of these games have come out on Switch, on PC. Sure, it's $5 a month, and sure, everybody has a smartphone. But I'm not getting the flexibility with that I do with Game Pass, which I can access on PC and on my Xbox, on multiple Xboxes in my house.
With cloud, so you can on your phone too.
And cloud, yeah, exactly. I think actually Humble Monthly is probably a better subscription than Apple Arcade.
Interesting.
Because I'm getting diverse games, I'm getting indie games that I'm not normally going to look at, and I'm getting 12 of them a month, and sometimes big games that I might have missed. So
yeah, I agree with all of that. Game Pass is king, but I do agree with John. I think Kyle gave one hell of a spicy take, and I do think this isn't us crapping on Apple Arcade. I think it is absolutely the most underrated because of what's there, because of the price. And Alex, what are you've talked about them? There's controllers now that you can put on to the side of your.
It's actually in my
your
living room
phone.
because I was playing Game Pass games on my iPhone recently.
Yeah.
And yeah, you can get like a the Razer Kishi. I've got the Backbone one.
The Backbone, that's what I was thinking of.
Backbone,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. So there's some good controller options now because I really feel like Apple Arcade struggles with the wrong connotation of mobile gaming is just free to play microtransaction garbage when in actuality Apple Arcade is the opposite. There's great devs using the service and creating really interesting stuff. So
yeah, totally.
so check out Apple Arcade if y'all have any Apple type stuff because there's some good games on there. But I'm thinking I started to sweat a little bit, right? We got a little debate in here,
Yeah.
I like it.
God was found in a jalapeno popper, as everyone knows. So I'm gonna say habanero for this one. That's what
That's
I'm
what I was
rank this.
thinking.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So
Great. You share a name and a brain. Awesome.
we finish each other's
Sandwiches.
Sandwiches.
gabagool. No, gabagool. What are you doing?
Oh, well, my name's not Alex, so.
Yeah.
Last week you said sandwiches.
Sandwiches. Yeah. I just want to keep you on your toes. So Kyle, congratulations. You have the spiciest take, but we're not done yet. We're not done. We got one
Good.
more. We got one more
This is
coming
too
in.
fun to end.
Yeah, right. We got one from let's see, I'll pull up my notes real quick. The final one, Jason Wojner writing in with a little spice on Uncharted. Take a listen.
All right. Hi, everybody. My hot take is that Uncharted 4, a game that is so often celebrated as the best game in the franchise, is actually the weakest in the Uncharted franchise, including Golden Abyss on the Vita, which is a great game. Mainly, my problem is the pacing. It just takes too long for it to start up. I mean, really, you have to wait like 3 hours before the first real action set piece. And then afterwards, every new location, there's too long of a lull between the next set piece, and it ruins the pacing for me. The reason why I loved the older Uncharted games is because of how well they mixed in this character moments with the big bombastic set pieces. I also just think that the story is a little too heavy-handed with its themes. It's just kind of showing off. It's like, look, we're Uncharted, but we're talking about love and personal relationships. Meanwhile, the series has always been about that. Uncharted 4 is not doing anything special in that regards. It's just showing it more strongly. Lost Legacy, on the other hand, is incredible. Okay, love you. Bye.
Wow.
Oh, he redeemed himself towards the end there because I was like about to quit.
I was gonna say for our audio listeners, my goodness, you should have seen the steam boiling out of AVA over there and Liana, the pure shock, and that's what hot heat map's all about, baby. So
Dang.
Liana, I was worried your head was gonna explode. What do we think of our hot take here? Thanks for sending that in, by the way.
Combustion was subsided a little bit with the ending because Lost Legacy was baller status. So yes, man, your opinion. They're all opinions. Everyone is entitled to their wrong opinion. It's okay. We all have to be wrong sometimes. I get it. It's fine. I don't hold it against you. But you're so wrong. Like that element of love and family that has always been there, yes, but it was never fully explored to its utmost potential. The game started with an epic boat chasing scene, like you saying it takes forever to get to you start with that, and then the blend between the cutback of him as a teenager and him and his brother and just him and his wife and them playing video games, and it was just. It didn't sacrifice what made us love Uncharted, it added to it. And a lot of times when games try to add too much, it tarnishes the experience, but it just made it better. And it was hailed as the best one because it is the best one. Mic drop. You're wrong.
I
Alex,
played
how we
all
doing?
of the Uncharted games in 2016, leading up to Uncharted 4. I played for the first time. Played all of them 1, 2, 3, and 4 within 3 months of each other. All right. Uncharted 4 is the best Uncharted game by far. Uncharted 1, I would even say, not great. Very outdated. Lots of skeleton closets that get very boring. It was a slog to get through. Uncharted 2 steps it up. You got the train, right? Man, what a way to start a game.
The
And
train.
it's great. It's still dated, but you're like, okay, this is getting better. Uncharted 3, same thing. Cool. I'm ready to get to Uncharted 4. Uncharted 4 comes out, becomes one of my favorite games of all time. I don't even have like that affinity that everybody has, that years of build up. I don't have any of that. I've just played through all the games. I'm like, okay, promising. I dig these. Like the characters. Uncharted 4 comes out. You've got the way they introduce and tutorialize the grappling hook, and you're going through these old castle ruins. The way that, after the boat chase, it transitions to you scuba diving, like in a flashback sort of sequence kind of thing, and that's like the tutorialization for underwater stuff. Then you have to go to the mansion and like infiltrate this party and like steal things, and that's where you are introduced to Rafe. And oh my gosh, dude, this game is so good. I will say, like, chapters like when you're in the jungle, I'm like, okay, I wish the jungle parts, like towards the end of the game, would pick up a little bit. But all in all, Uncharted is such a good game.
So you're saying he does have a point in the pacing issue, maybe? No?
Maybe a little bit, but I mean,
Okay.
his opinion's still wrong. Like his overall
Dead
his
wrong.
overall hot take is
Dead
wrong.
wrong.
I mean,
You should feel bad.
there's a nugget
Oh,
of truth
don't do
there.
that.
Kidding.
There's some good criticism there, but it doesn't equate to what he is trying to say his hot take is, in my opinion.
But it is a spicy take.
It is very spicy.
Oh, I was gonna
the
say we'll get to
spiciest
the
take, I
ranking.
think.
Yeah, we'll get to the ranking.
I
Yeah.
threw
Yeah.
something. Like, it was very spicy.
You made my eyes pop out of my head. I was like, what? What are you talking about?
Mr. Carson, where are we at with the spice here? Are you
I mean,
sweating?
it's a spicy take for sure. I don't agree with it at all. Especially with like the slower parts of the game. I think with a game that's built up to be like the final adventure of Nathan Drake, or at least what people are assuming is the final adventure of Nathan Drake, it's fine to marinate a little bit with the characters and like hang out with them, especially like the date night at home with Elena and playing Crash Bandicoot. Like those moments really make that game great. It's not all just run and gun, exploring mansions and shooting people. It's being with those characters one last time, barring the Lost Legacy stuff.
Yeah,
but-
sorry. You
Oh,
just
no, go
sparked
for
something
it.
in my brain.
Yeah.
Like Uncharted 4 slow moments. That's like what they learned from Last of Us. Like the moments when you were like walking through the pirate city, and seeing like everything flooded, and like all of those quiet moments, like you said, like walking in on like, I'm not gonna get into spoilers, but walking into certain areas that like you've been like searching for, right? I'm trying to not spoil things. Like those quiet moments are like really awesome in that game. That's a very well said.
For sure. I appreciate that because I have not played Uncharted 4 yet. I am up to 2. I've beat 1 and 2. 2 is my favorite so far, for what it's worth. So you know what? I don't know.
Just play
I don't know
Uncharted
what
4,
I'm gonna
Alex.
do. Yeah.
Just play Uncharted 4.
I gotta play 3. I gotta get there, but
I mean, you don't gotta.
Undisputed best Uncharted.
So I'm with Jason. Uncharted 2, best Uncharted game for now. put a big old asterisk on it. There you go. So I promise this every time we do this, it won't be us just completely dunking on you. But
No, it won't.
you're the ones who sent in the takes. So there you go.
That's the spirit of it. It's all in love. It's all in
Yeah.
love.
Yeah.
This is how we all talk to each other too. So all it does is mean that you're our friends.
You're wrong.
We dunked on you because we love
Wrong,
you.
you stupid.
Yeah.
I'm
Hey,
kidding.
forget about it.
I'm kidding.
No, we
thank you for
appreciate
this is a fun section. I like this.
Yeah. Thank you, Jason, Bobby, and Kyle. But we got to rank it. I was sweating personally.
Yeah.
I'm thinking Ghost Pepper.
Yeah.
I'm thinking Ghost Pepper.
Yeah. The hottest of the day for sure.
Yeah.
Hottest of the week.
Any other John thoughts?
No, that's definitely Ghost Pepper worthy. And I'm looking forward to seeing or hearing from the community what kind of wild stuff that they're gonna bring to you guys. Because if this is like the first round of it, and I think people are just gonna bring some ridiculous shit. So
Yeah. And to be clear, I want you to believe it, right? I don't want lies on this show. I want you to believe your hot take.
Yeah. The reason
Me
they're
Mass
good is because
Effect
you
and
believe
Dragon
them.
Age ones. Let's
Yeah.
do this.
Oh baby, there we
We
go.
will save those for you.
Yeah. So, and I know we have some. I have some more in the hopper. That one is specifically for Dan Tack. I think you can imagine what that'll be. So
Hell yeah.
that wraps up Heat Map for the day. Thank you so much to everyone who sent in their stuff. Please keep sending them in. Like I said, audio, MP3 files, whatever it takes, M4A, whatever it comes out to. But send it, podcast, GameInformer.com. This was really fun, and I want to keep doing it.